Let's talk about the mental game. Today, we're going to break down the psychology behind performing under pressure and, more importantly, how you can master your composure when it really counts. We'll start with a feeling I think we all know.
We've all been there, right? It's that moment before you perform. That surge of energy, that knot in your stomach. That's just the body's natural response to a moment that matters.
And that's the key idea we're digging into. Staying calm isn't about just hoping you feel good. It's a trainable skill, built on specific techniques that help you manage that pressure and perform at your best.
So, first things first, we need to understand what's actually happening in our bodies and our minds. See, the goal isn't to get rid of pressure entirely, but to find that sweet spot where it's actually working for you.
Think about it. That increased heart rate, the faster breathing, that's just your body getting ready for action. It's your system powering up. This physical readiness is a resource, a sign you're prepared. It's definitely not the enemy.
Now, the real problem, that often starts up here, in the mind. We call it cognitive anxiety. It's all that mental chatter, the what-ifs, the fear of failure. And that is what can take all that useful physical energy and turn it into the feeling of being completely overwhelmed.
This chart here shows you exactly what I mean. If you look, with too little arousal, performance is low. But when there's way too much, it drops right off again. That sweet spot, that peak performance zone, is where physical readiness meets mental focus, without all the noise from that cognitive anxiety.
So, why does this even happen? Well, our brain flags the competition as important, as high stakes. The fact that we don't know the outcome creates worry. We feel the weight of expectations from ourselves and from others. And then our body responds with those physical signs that, if we misinterpret them, can just fuel that mental chatter even more.
Okay, so how do we actually manage all this? Let's move on to the practical tools. These are real, evidence-based techniques from sports psychology that are designed to help you regulate your physical and mental state when the pressure is on. The first tool is probably the most powerful one you have, your own breath. This specific 4-2-6 pattern is designed to activate your body's relaxation response. That longer exhale, in particular, sends a direct signal to your nervous system to calm down. It lowers your heart rate and it reduces muscle tension almost right away.
You know, when you look at the best athletes in the world, they all have routines. A consistent warm-up or pre-shot sequence. It creates this little bubble of predictability in a really unpredictable environment. By making those actions automatic, you reduce the mental load, which frees up energy that you might have spent on worrying. It gives your mind a familiar task to lock onto.
When your mind starts racing with what-ifs, you need an anchor, and that's what grounding techniques do. They pull your attention out of those future worries and bring you right back into the present moment. Sometimes just feeling the ground under your feet is enough to break that cycle of overthinking.
And we can't forget that mental practice is every bit as important as physical practice. By visualizing yourself performing successfully, with total composure, you're basically creating a mental blueprint for success. It builds this sense of familiarity and control before you even step into the arena.
This right here, this shows you the incredible power of your mindset. The physical feelings are exactly the same. A pounding heart, a surge of adrenaline, but simply interpreting those signals as readiness instead of danger changes everything. You're reframing the experience from a threat into a resource.
All right, so how do we bring all of these pieces together into a workable system? Because the key isn't just knowing these tools exist, it's developing the self-awareness to know when you need to use them.
This is all about learning your personal tells. What are the signs for you? Maybe it's your shoulders getting tight, or you notice your breathing is shallow. Maybe it's that negative self-talk that starts to creep in. Recognizing these early signs is the trigger. It's your cue to grab one of those tools before that anxiety really takes over.
So let's make this really clear. Let's turn it into an actionable plan. When you feel that pressure starting to rise, what exactly do you do?
Here's your strategy. You start with your breath to calm your body. You anchor yourself with a familiar routine. You use grounding to sharpen your focus. You build your confidence with imagery. And you consciously reframe those physical feelings as signs that you are ready to go. And if there's one thing to take away from all this, it's this. Nerves just mean you care. They are a part of performing at a high level. So the goal isn't to be fearless. It's to be skilled at performing alongside your nerves. At the end of the day, composure is a skill that you develop through practice, just like any physical technique. The pressure, well, that's always going to be there. The real question is, are you ready to build the mental skills to meet it?